Hello there everyone, my name is Beowulf and today we're going to watch and analyze the trailer of Little Nightmares 2. So I'm a big fan of the Little Nightmares game that came out a few years ago. I think the way they designed it is just unbelievably good. It's designed to be a little nightmare and that's what it's all about. So let's go ahead and dive into this trailer, shall we? Alright, let's start with the first scene we've got here. Here we have what I think is someone that washed ashore from the mall. Might be 6. Oh, we can see other TVs on the background here. Let's continue. Bandai Namco Entertainment, of course. Ooh, we've got the eye symbol here, and we've got the little music box, which we also saw in the original game at the end, I believe, with the lady. Yes, the lady. She had a music box on her table. But are we in the mall? Is this a scene from the mall? There appear to be drawings all around, and this appears to be... It's not 6, or is it? Tarsier Studios, oh yeah, here we go. Now, right here is what I believe to be the first hint to a co-op game, which I really like, as long as you can actually play it single player. It appears to be the same room because we have the drawings here, and suddenly this one's here. So this is definitely 6. You can tell by the shape of the face. Ooh, more televisions, and they seem to be connected with cables. Oh, this is getting interesting. But if you've ever read the comic books, which you should, by the way, they're really good, you can see that there are a bunch of kids running from a creature that's called the North Wind. And it has been speculated before that the television shows the actual North Wind. Or it could show the Hangman, but we don't know yet. I think this is a very interesting scene. Yeah, and there seems to be a lot of garbage here. The buildings, you had a lot of a Japanese theme throughout the original game. Huh. So wait. So the bag on the head is something else I want to point out. It's also a reoccurring theme in Little Nightmares universe. Because if you remember the gnomes... the original description on the Little Nightmares website stated that the gnomes had like paper caps or something on their heads because they were afraid to see. Now, I think this has something to do with it, the bag on the hat. To be afraid to show your face, in this case, perhaps because there are eye holes in there. So he or she might not be afraid to see. But it's definitely a kid. Oh yeah, this is an awesome view. So we seem to be in some sort of desert area, which is completely different from the woods we saw before. But we do see the kid with the bag, and the bag right here. Yep, here's the bag. And what does he or she see? We see some letters here. STK. Steak? I mean... It's possible, right? It's Little Nightmares. Steak, eating, hunger. But we have modern air conditioning as well. Don't know why I pointed that out, but might be interesting to know where we are exactly. Oh, here we go. Our first gameplay-ish scene. Not sure, but this reminds me a lot of Little Nightmares gameplay. Ooh, wait, we had clothes falling, or were those papers? Huh, interesting. Here we have the first kid we saw. Oh wait, let's go back to the beginning here. There we go. This is 6. Right here. You can see she has a short coat, which is beige, with a couple of buttons on the front. If we go back to this scene here, you can see that that shirt or coat is now on the floor, and she takes up the yellow raincoat. But what is also interesting to see is another suitcase, which is also a recurring theme. This kind of appears to be the same room as the beginning of the trailer. Let's look at the tapestry here. It's exactly the same tapestry, so maybe the camera angle is different. I don't think we saw these type of angles in the original Little Nightmares trailer. Maybe we're going to have cutscenes, which is also something I thought about, which might make it more interesting, or it might totally break the idea of the game. But let's continue. So she puts up the hood right here, so we can definitely tell it's the same raincoat. So yeah, we can definitely tell it's her. But what's also interesting is that she might be a little bit bigger than when she appears in the mall. Now this could solve the mystery of this game being a sequel or prequel, although it might still be a design thing. So let's continue. Okay, over here, for the people who played Little Nightmares 1, this scene brings up a familiar feeling, right? So this appears to be a trapper because of the hanging pelts here, and it's probably skinning an animal or something. This looks like a rifle, actually. Ooh, was that a double barrel shotgun? I think it might be a double barrel shotgun. Yeah, and that's going to be the first weapon we see in Little Nightmares universe. Whoa. Every time you see a piece of Little Nightmares, it tells you a little piece of the story, but nothing that really points to a larger plot, which is awesome. I mean, you don't see that a lot in games. But what I think is interesting is right there. Let's go back. Is that a person? That's a shirt. Like we saw in a previous scene, like the laundry lines right here. And it seems like the electric wires are being used as laundry lines. Huh. Also here. This is interesting. Yeah, it's a shirt. Oh, wait. Can we see anything else of the tower? You know what this reminds me of? Of the Disney Hercules movie, The Underworld. You can also see spirits going to the underworld, and they're like distorted like the shirt right here. This is what that scene reminds me of. So we've got some rooftops here. So what I think is going to happen is the same thing as in the mall, gameplay wise. We're going to start at the lower end of the mall, in this case the city or something, or at the nature part of the city, and then we're going to slightly going up and up and up and discovering more and more of what's going on. So let's continue. Ooh. Now this is, to me, the weirdest scene in the entire trailer. I'm kind of lost here. So this is a kind of alleyway. We've got a strange shadow here. So these are the people here. What is this? You can see something floating here too. And here it has a different shape, so... Oh, wait, did you see that? These might be spirits, or they might be disintegrating because of the television. Look. There's a part like right here, and everyone's losing parts of themselves. They're definitely sort of spirits. Look at that! This guy doesn't even have eyeballs. You can see the ear here. You can see the mouth here, and the eye hole. Like the chefs do have a similarity with their mouths. They're like stretched open or like really small, which makes the experience even more creepy. It's like the changing of a human face. Is something that is one of the most creepiest things out there. Like changing of the human form. You can create a creature that's like completely fantasy, but it won't be as creepy as if you change a man or a woman into a beast. The art direction is really, really good, and it really inspires me as well to make even creepier illustrations, basically. Ooh, this is interesting. So remember the Shadow Kids from the original game? They had bodies of a sort of black smoke, and then they had fragile face masks. These appear to be puppets. But what's even more interesting is that the scene plays off in a kitchen. You can see dirty plates here. You can see a laundry machine. You can see kitchen tables and kitchen floors and walls here. I don't know. Maybe we can see Return of the Chefs here. If this is a prequel, we might even find out more about them. What's also interesting is that this guy here is carrying a spoon, a ladle or something like that, and the kid's using it as a weapon, which is really interesting. I mean, we've got the use of a weapon confirmed in the game. Let's take a look at the other puppets. Let's just call them puppets for now. Although, if they were puppets, you would see like a little line here and here at the joints, right? There doesn't appear to be any line, which is weird. So this kid is being chased by these puppets, and this kid does also appear to be using a weapon. So right here we see the two kids, like 6 and the other kid with the bag on its head, hiding for something. Or maybe this is where we start out the game. This is going to be a co-op game. I mean, they hinted this from the start. Like this scene right here. Look, it's a co-op game. We've got 6 here. It's probably a prequel where we can see how she finds the raincoat and puts it on. And we've got another kid here. We don't know which kid it is. Maybe it's a runaway kid. Because of the trousers right here. This might actually be the runaway kid. The runaway kid also has a pair of trousers. Huh. Okay. So let's continue. And right here, for the people who read the comic books, this is the ferryman, which we can also see right here. It's not a butcher or anything. It isn't the chef's. We can clearly see the bag. We can clearly see the hat. We can clearly see the coat. So the ferryman is, in the comic books at least, the one that takes the children to the mall. And in the comic books, to me at least, he doesn't seem evil. He actually seems to want to help the kids, and he actually protects them from the northern wind. So this is an awesome shot from the ferryman right here. Probably looking for the kids, or even... yeah, he's looking for the kids, and the kids seem to be hiding from him. They're clearly in the same scene, right? The forest. But the rocks... they're like, remember that scene from The Lord of the Rings? The first one, where they're all hiding from the Nine, the ring wraiths. This is almost exactly the same thing. So they're hiding against these rocks. And on the rocks, you can see the ferryman looking for them. So they're probably down below. This is the same scene, I'm pretty sure of that. But the look of the ferryman, Jesus, this is awesome. And the mood, this lighting, this eerie forest. You can see this lantern going through the forest. Oh god, I can only imagine. So yeah, another angle at the ferryman here. We can see the rope that binds the bag. That's also a good question. Why does he have a bag? There are large similarities between the entire universe, with masks, hiding your own face. That's a big thing in Little Nightmares. It's basically been confirmed by the developers, this theory, that there's a thing about masks and hiding your identity. So, whatever. Let's continue. Ooh, we can see the full view of the teacher here, probably teaching kids. This head. This is one of the puppets we saw before. So right here. They don't have hair popping out. This is one piece. This is flat. This is one of the puppets. She's teaching the puppets. Where do we have the scene of the chase? Here. Look. Tell me this isn't the same thing. This is... look. Those are the children that she's teaching. So she's definitely evil, because she's teaching these children to find and capture the two kids. So that's interesting. Wait, what do we have here? That's too far. Alright, so yeah, okay. Ooh, more flying clothes. Electrical wires. This is not like a train. This is a train station. I mean, this is a railroad. Look. We can see we can even see a train on the background. Is it moving? No, it's not. What are those things on it? So we see the two kids here again. All right. Now we've got a scene with the two kids climbing the sheets on these hanging beds. Ooh. So 6 seems to be kicking at a moving hand, and notice all of these parts. Oh, they're all puppet parts. Are they pointing towards the creatures in Little Nightmares being puppets? Like the janitor. Is he a puppet? Because of the hand? Are they pointing at that? I mean, we can see someone right here, or something right there. There have been theories about all of the creatures being puppets in the game. So you can see legs here, hands, like even hands that look very similar to the janitor's hands. And I mean, you can never see like the joints of the janitor, right? Because they're all covered with clothes. Huh. I wonder if they are puppets, because the janitor's skin from his head is actually pulled down, and his skull is brownish. I mean, almost wood-like. This might actually confirm he's a puppet. Ah, so this is definitely in the same area. I think it's a kind of, it's obviously a hospital, but it's the same floor as this scene right here. So this might be a scene where we explore a hospital, where they actually create these puppets. We can see bandages right here. Even more here. I don't know what this is, for the blood or medication or something. But we can see that there seemed to be a barely finished puppet of a grown-up. It doesn't look like a kid. But they barely show us anything, obviously. But we can see an arm here, leg here, leg here. Interesting thing is that these legs aren't, they're just sticks. When we look at this scene, we can see fully articulated legs here. Right here. That's why I think it's an unfinished puppet. We can see that these legs aren't finished. And something else, doesn't appear to have a head. Alright, we can clearly see another co-op aspect here, like 6 holding out her hand for the other kid to jump towards her. Ooh, yep, it's confirmed. These are the puppets. She's teaching the puppets. And she's probably doing the, like, you're gonna get punished with the ruler here, because these two walk in there. And this is probably the scene right before they get chased by these puppet kids. So can we see anything here? You can see the teacher here. I've never seen this one before, but she might also be a puppet, actually. There is an apple on it. And it's been eaten, and it's been rotting. So when a kid places an apple on a teacher's desk, that means they're grateful for the teachings. But isn't it symbolic that the apple is eaten and rotting? Like the teacher wants to show that their gratitude means nothing? Let's continue. Ooh, and the other kid is watching the television. Note that 6 isn't even close to that, so something is happening to the other kid. In the background we can see these drawers, which are the same drawers we see in the mall. We can also see this tapestry again, but it's probably a reused asset, so. Oh, here we go, another confirmation! A co-op game. You can see 6 holding the hands of this other kid, so it's definitely going to be a co-op game. Ooh. It's the North Wind. Or it's the Hangman. But it's probably the North Wind, because the North Wind in the comic books also appears to have a hat. The thing is, with these Little Nightmares things, they really, really like to hide things in plain sight. Like the hidden songs in the first game from the television, and the chant from the guests. You really have to look at this trailer, because you know they're going to be hiding things in there. Another thing that's interesting, here we can see the other kid. You can see the bag. Let's see if... okay, it's the same thing. You can see a drawing here on the background, which seems to be a puppet, different parts of a puppet. Right here we can see the North Wind. Right here we can see like scribbles, but that's the same thing as we can see here on the floor. I don't know what this is. Kid holding someone's hand. And this is the tower. Right here, we can see the tower. The tower we saw in this scene. Yeah, same thing. There's this light on top as well. Is there perhaps a spell being cast over the entire city, turning everyone into puppets or something? So yeah, this has been my my breakdown of the trailer. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really excited to see something else and to actually get to play the game, of course. This world is so ingenious. I can't wait. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching, and I see you in the next video.